Asthenian looks at you with his piercing gaze. He is groping in the dark with his piercing gaze. James, you've come to the 13th before, yes? You fought Voidsent here. But clearly you didn't know how they could regenerate, else you would have shared that detail beforehand. I was in a bit of a rush and didn't have time to wait around and see. At Don Corneo's dungeon, maybe, actually. From what I know of your foray, I can hardly blame you. Some amazing vistas in Dawntrail, but don't want to spoil. I'll be there soon, don't worry. Perhaps they returned after you left, but if they didn't, there must be a reason why. There are circumstances in which we're unable to return. If you like, I can tell you about this. Please do. The more you devour, the more powerful you grow, but in the process your essence is blended with those of your prey. If you were to lose your flesh, the souls you had come to harbour may break free and coalesce into distinct Voidsent once more. And before you yourself return, your own soul might be devoured by your enemies or your erstwhile prey, a fate more likely for stronger beings who require more time to regenerate. However, even assuming you survive the process, it's highly uncommon to return as you were. Yet despite his greater strength, Scarmiglione managed to resurrect rather swiftly. Are there others capable of the same? Not that I'm aware of. His attachment to his flesh must have been unique for him to develop such an ability. I believe we understand the fundamentals of rebirth now. If I may, I would ask about your power. Will you tell us about it? What you saw should speak for itself. I combined the ether of the soul in crystal. Many wielded this power during the Contra Memoria, but I'm the only one left. I'm told the heroes of the 13th once sealed gods in stones called Orosite. Are they and Memoria one and the same? Orosite. I do not know this word, but the world is vast and perhaps Memoria had different names elsewhere. But it does sound quite similar. How does one come to wield Memoria, and what happened to your peers? I never thought about that. I do know, though, that Voidsent can't use the power. I assume I can because I'm mortal in part. I see. Zero, I wish to ask you about the man called Golbez. He may well have my sister in his clutches. Is there aught you can tell us of him? The name sounds vaguely familiar, though I can't say how I know it. If he is powerful, however, someone in the castle may have heard of him. Then we must try talking to the other Voidsent again. Let us entrust the task to James. His echo will help facilitate communication. More importantly, he should be able to maintain his composure better than a concerned sibling. Wow. Savage. That I cannot deny. Forgive me, but will you not ask about Golbez in my stead? On the terraces to begin with, perhaps. Thank you. We shall remain here and discuss what other avenues we might pursue in the meantime. Yo, Twisted Phoenix. How's it going today? Love an Ultimate Thule. My lights react nicely. My horse looks drunk now since the leaning mount upgrade. I love the leaning mount upgrade. I really like it. I love how much it makes the... I like how it makes the mounts feel like they've got some weight to them. Do you know what I mean? They just feel weightier. Just been chilling and watching films. Ooh, what have you watched? Zayas, welcome. The bird, yeah, the birds leaning in the air is really cool as well. That's really cool, especially when they go into glide mode and you're kind of like, you know, when they stop flapping their wings and they just glide. That's pretty nice. Usual rant about mana cutter. Small change like that can make such a big difference. How it feels, yeah. You watched Smile on Netflix and was watching The Boys. We've been watching The Boys as well. It's a pretty good season. So the clever one hadn't been eaten. If no one wants it, then perhaps... Golbez. Of course I know of him. Only a fool without ears wouldn't. His archfiends lead armies to ravage and conquer. They devour those they deem useless, those who can't fight. If you don't want to be eaten, then you had better flee, though soon there will be nowhere to run. It seems the archfiends keep only those who are fit for battle. Others must escape or be consumed. Great show so far. Yeah, it's been good so far. They haven't lost their way yet, have they? If the one who devoured her dies, perhaps the mistress will return. Then I may bask in her gaze again. Golbez, you say? My mistress spoke of him. He commands the archfiends. They are very powerful and have conquered many domains. The mistress bade us defend the castle from them. Yes, she did. Seems the archfiends have been attacking other domains. Their fearsome reputation precedes them. I'm glad the archfiends are getting some screen time. I hope we get their theme as well at some point. Ah, the tasty one returns to tempt me. I mustn't eat you. I mustn't eat you. Golbez, I know of him from those I've eaten. He has minions, and those minions have minions. No one ever sees him. His army of minions, Golbez would seldom have need to act personally. It will not be easy to reach him. It's a strange show, to say the least. Yeah, it's very wet. Do you know what I mean? It's a very wet show. If you've seen The Boys, you'll know what I mean. You'll know what I mean by that, I think. It's just very wet. Yo, Andy! Andy Stone! Andy! I am wet. What a time to come in. I didn't know you were doing 14 tonight. How are you doing? How was your stream? Oh, by the way, Janice, thank you for the follow. And Perusaline, thank you for the follow as well. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm James. I'm doing a Final Fantasy marathon. I'm working my way through every entry of the Final Fantasy series on original hardware. We're currently up to Final Fantasy 14 and really trying to burn our way through to Dawn Trail. These are the days that I stream. Tuesday to Friday is Endwalker. Soon to be Dawn Trail, I hope. And on Monday, we do a Super Boss Redeem, which is where I go back to previous save files from across the Final Fantasy series and play the Super Bosses from various different games. So that is what we're doing. Yesterday, we managed to do 3 Super Bosses. I beat Dark Bahamut from Final Fantasy X. I beat Nemesis from Final Fantasy X. And I beat Dark Shiva from Final Fantasy X. It was absolute murder yesterday. So that is also something we do over here. Just took a pause to do odd quests. I see. Welcome back, James. Were you able to learn auto value? You can feel slight lag from congestion. 11 to... Yeah, people keep saying that. People keep saying 11 is good. Everyone I speak to who's played 11 really rates it. But I also hear it's hard to move back from 14. So countless void sent answer to the archfiends, who in turn answer to Golbez, as your vision did suggest. Love I'm playing 14 though. There are some in the final chapter and then apparently a final one that needs multiple parties. I might have already beaten them then. I'd have to relook. So grind and a half. Yeah. One of the best parts I liked about 14 was Eureka. And I'm told Eureka is very FF11-esque. So yeah, maybe I should be checking it out. Scarmiglione's aggression is also consistent with the claims that the archfiends conquer other domains. The question is, how do we reach Golbez if he surrounds himself with armies of minions? We could target his other archfiends, or perhaps those who have fled his service. Either may yield useful information. That said, we can't do much while we're stuck on this isle. You prefer Bosnia? I like Bosnia as well. I feel Eureka has a better community. I feel like Eureka is kind of like everyone's in it together, whereas Bosnia is a bit like more solo. Even though you're all in the same instance, it feels more solo. Do you know what I mean? But what I do like about Bosnia is how you don't have to run across the map to get to like a fate. You can just, like, when the engagements happen, you just teleport there. That's a little better. Although it is a bit interesting sometimes when you're kind of going through Eureka and you just see an army of people going across the field. That is pretty funny sometimes. Zero, I would ask a favor of you. I am determined to save my sister Azdaja. If there is even a faint possibility that Golbez has her, then I must find him. To that end, I want you to lend us your strength and knowledge. Will you accompany us on our quest? Forgotten the way of my world already? If you want help, offer payment. None here will aid you out of the kindness of their hearts. Any who claim otherwise are liars and betrayers. Yeah, Corey, I'll probably announce it on Discord when it comes to it. Or is this less a request and more of a threat? If I refuse, will you force me to serve? Surely you must desire something. Name it. I have no purpose. Why would I desire anything? That's why I didn't bother to resist when the ones here fell upon me. What matters in a world that's already dead? By that logic, you've no reason to refuse our requests. The payment need but be to your satisfaction, correct? Did I not already say as much from the start? Very well. Zero, I propose you travel with us, and whenever you perform a deed that requires payment, we will provide it in ether. That's all you had to say. Everything else was superfluous. Fair point. Where to now? Either a place the archfiends may strike next, or where refugees and deserters may seek sanctuary. I know the latter. I'll take you there. I assume you also know how we can get off this isle. I was brought here on a mount. We can leave the same way. Now that you mention it, I did notice some flying creatures near the terraces. Given our numbers, we'll need a large one, but regardless of size, all can be won over with ether. Excellent. Let us go and find our mount at once. 11 Odin for the win. Is that a server or the summon, do you mean? Not good. Lord Golbez must hear of this. The server. Okay. You're going to play retail? No doubt you're on your own. That was the intention. That was the intention. I should say Andy Lippy, who just raided Andy Stone, Andy Lippy, both of them and the same. Andy is responsible for quite a lot of what you see on my stream, in a technical sense. My alert pack, the FF7 alert pack, so when I get a follow, when I get a sub, when I get a raid, that animation is something that he made. His advice has led to a lot of the production, so like some of the blurred background, some of the setup that I have. He's a good lad. He's a good lad, is our Andy. We should be able to find a mount here. With the castle in disarray, the creatures will be hungry. Just a little ether should suffice. Are you ready? Yes. You have that too, Akira. You certainly do.
There it is.
You copied me, I copied Andy, so it's fine.
Good. It agrees to serve. Get on.
It agrees to serve. So we're in a new section now. His arm's floating in midair, I just saw. You liked here only because you mained Reaper at the time. Oh, his arm's not floating, he's holding a sword that's stuck in the ground. He's doing the Paladin move. And he's wearing the Endwalker Paladin artifact armor, that statue.
What is this place?
Hello, Haley.
My domain. In the beginning, it was a sanctuary for me alone. But
This
over
music?
time, others began to gather here. Those who had nowhere else to go.
This music is the music that plays in FF4 when they're telling a sad story.
A settlement of pariahs.
Good night, Akira.
Mortals! They're mortals! What in thy sleep?
She just flexed at them. That's what just happened there. She just went, ugh, and they were
You
like,
are
oh,
under my
okay, no.
protection here and will not be harmed.
Fair enough.
I give you my word. Follow me.
So yeah, this statue over here, very quickly. This is the Endwalker relic armor. And I recognized it was the shield that I saw first because it's got this weird wing on it. And not only that, the pose he's doing is that one. We're doing the same pose, me and statue. I am the statue now. I am the statue. It does, doesn't it, Twisted Phoenix? It's that move. I recognized it. As soon as I saw the sword in the ground, I was like, ah, that's what he's doing. This is my abode. The others won't come near, so you may be at ease. While they know their place, if tantalizing ether were to walk by, I can't guarantee they wouldn't pounce. It is a void sense nature to consume, their sole purpose. Even if the pursuit of ether may lead to their undoing, many succumb to instinct. But any who succumb here will have to answer to me. This is my domain's one and only rule, and it is absolute. Consider yourselves duly warned. If you wish to go among the void sent here, that is your choice to make. All have fled from one master or another, but whether any of those masters in turn serve Golbez, I do not know. You must ask them yourselves. Most have traveled to your world, so it shouldn't be difficult to communicate. We shall go about making inquiries at once. Thank you for your counsel. Once we've learned all we can, let us reconvene at yonder plaza. Reminds me of MGS4, where you can become a statue to hide. You're going too, of course, in which case I shall accompany you. I wish only to observe. Do not expect me to help. Then it's settled. I'm ready when you are. Ready? Then lead the way. I leave it to you to decide with whom to speak. Yes, I know. I call this my abode, but spend hardly any time here. I return only for meditation. While physical wounds can be healed by replenishing one's ether, you can't preserve your form if you lose sight of yourself. Such is the risk inherent in consuming another soul. It dilutes your sense of self, alters you inside and out. To guard against this, I meditate, visualize who I am, in a place all my own. Would you like to join me? Would you like to lie down with me? Would you like to join me here? Would you like to join me? It's very comfortable. A bit cold. She doesn't look impressed. She doesn't look impressed. Okay, let's move on. But yeah, this is well, I guess, is it still Troya? Zero's domain is called now. We were in Troya. Zero says like James's office, he's never there either. I do go in every now and then. Arnold Riz. You get over Alphano's mum pretty quickly. Hey, you know, when in the 13th, you know, what happens in this 13th stays in the 13th, you know? To walk around with her like that. You're her minion then. You know I don't take minions. He has some questions and I want you to answer them. You have to pull out. Galbez. I don't know that one. One is Scathark. When she led us beyond the veil, I grew scared and fled. I've been here since. I don't know anyone else, nor do I wish to. That's all I can tell you. Scathark was a powerful void sent who ruled over a vast domain. That was a long time ago, though, so I doubt she has any connection to Golbez. Oh, she'll probably tell me about this statue now, which I already figured out for myself. This is the heart of my domain. Normally it's deserted, but you and yours have drawn everyone out. I don't recall this statue, though. However it came to be here, I certainly didn't wish for it. The statue just appeared. Whose likeness is this, you ask? The hero who will save the world. I'm waiting for the day he comes. Or was it a she? I can't remember the details. I don't know how long I've been waiting or why I even wait. Could you be the hero, perhaps? No, I don't think so. Something tells me I'll know when I meet him or her. I'll just have to keep waiting. Stay away from me. If you don't want to be eaten, stay away. Golbez. I've heard that name before. I remember always speaking of a great crusade. I don't know what that is, but it sounds delicious. A crusade, you say? Oh, a crusade, you say? From whom did you hear this? Farfarello. He was a minion of another minion. Went on and on about terrible things he saw. I see. Perhaps Farfarello can tell us more. There's a boss in the Heavensward Alliance raids? Oh, in Void-Ark? Well, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Like, I've not done these Heavensward Alliance raids very much. I think I've done them all. One of them I've only done once, in fact. Done Skaith, I've only done once, I believe. The Weeping City of Mac, I think I've done twice. Void Arc, like the basic Void Arc, I think I've done a few times now, but certainly it's quite rare. It was the second to last boss and Unscathed, okay. Stay away from the summoner. You sure you done it? God. Exclamation point. Ban. Gags. Yo-Hal. You're one of the mortals. Is it true? When you die over there, you really die? So it is, so it is. What brings you here then? Ah, yes, Golbez. He seeks strong minions to grow his army. So I hear. But recently he stopped doing that. Instead, he devours all. Perhaps he's gathered enough fodder and is now intent on bolstering his own strength. A sure sign that he is about to make a move. Satisfied with what you've learned? Ah, but let's step away before you become too tempting to resist. Can Skaith believe it? It seems the rumors of Golbez reach even my remote domain. Fair to assume he's gathering strength for his crusade, whatever that may be. But I must say I wouldn't have guessed that Farfelo once fought in Golbez's army. It's a miracle he survived serving an archfiend. I suppose I should explain. Farfelo is the weakest among us, constantly in fear of being devoured. He seldom consults with others. The only one he's comfortable with is Siriato. He's a fellow coward who runs the instant he senses a threat and won't stop until he's exhausted. When their hunger grows too intense, they feed on each other's ether. Such is their relationship. But I ramble. You intend to seek out Farfelo, I presume. Farfarello. Then I'll come with you. He's less likely to hide that way. Meanwhile, elsewhere. Oh.
Not only did the mortals conquer Troya, they defeated Scarmalione. I struggle to believe it.
Believe it, sister.
They're very small, my lords. They were aided by one of our world, who transformed Scarmalione's soul into crystal. Crystal. This one speaks of Memoria.
Thank you, Haley.
Now there's
Hey, VJ4, how's it going? I didn't even see that pop up.
nostalgia to my breast.
VJ4 actually helped me with the coding for it.
Wasn't absurd. Drowned in darkness. As well we all.
Time to get some sleep, Reyes. Reyes, rest well.
And yet Scarmalione still does not answer.
Good night.
Were he alive, he would have returned by now. Weakest though he was, his ability to regenerate was without peer. If this account is true, if a Memoriat has survived,
Does Golbez's voice sound familiar?
they cannot be suffered to live.
Leave this matter to me, Lord Golbez.
Barbariccia.
I, Barbariccia, shall strike down any who pose a threat to our plans.
'Tis true, you are a proven commander, well suited to leading an assault.
And when I have succeeded, I would beg a boon of you.
What do you desire?
It's my desire.
The dragon's ether. All that remains. With respect, my locks are free as the wind, without incentive to sway them. I know not whither they will blow.
Boldly spoken. I trust you will not disappoint me.
Upon this flowing hair and my immortal soul, I will not fail.
Then go and impress upon these interlopers the futility of defiance.
Hey Kiraga, how's it going?
My lord,
Alright. Farfarello keeps to the fringes of my domain. This way. The void sent here don't answer to a master. They can do as they please, but all must answer to the hunger and seek out prey when they need ether. Except Farfarello and Siriato. That is, they are content to take from one another. Barring an incident, they dare not venture out. When he takes flight, Siriato will not seek shelter until he's utterly spent. Farfarello, on the other hand, prefers to hide in the same place. Come! Doing good, thanks. I'm doing good, thank you, Karago. I'm doing good. Only just got here and already cummed. Pretend I didn't say that. Just pretend I didn't say that. Oh, wherever will I do now? Siriato. Oh, Siriato. This is rather unexpected. Where is Farfarello? Farfarello isn't here anymore. He's left. Yes, that's right. Left? That doesn't sound like him at all. Well, he's gone, all right. What more do you want me to say? And off he flees, as he is wont to do. But something about this doesn't sit well with me. What do you make of Siriato's behavior? He seems frightened. Perhaps someone has threatened him. Nope. It's wiped from your memory, Kiraga, thank you. I doubt it. Had he been threatened, he wouldn't have found him in one place. No, he would run in circles until he could run no more. That is his nature. Darth? No. As he says, Farfarello is gone. But that is quite unusual. As is the fact that Siriato, who was clearly frightened by something, chose not to flee, but instead hid here, where Farfarello usually... No. We must go after Siriato. Now. Come on then. The reaction rise and realize what I said. I didn't say anything, I don't know what you mean. Siriato, we need to talk. There's no time. The wind rises. We must flee. The wind rises? What is he talking about? He's talking about Barbariccia. After him. What's gotten into you? What do you mean the wind rises? When the wind rises, she comes! Barbariccia! Barbariccia? Who in the world is that? We must flee, all of us. There's no time. I don't sense anything, but he seems convinced. It's a dead end beyond. We'll corner him. mean, he can fly, so it's not that much of a dead end. We're doomed. There's nowhere to run. What are you running from? I already told you. Barbariccia, the Archfiend of Wind. Archfiend, you say? We will be devoured or forced to serve to fight in the crusade, but it makes no difference. In the end, all are eaten by her or her enemies. I didn't want to fight anymore. That's why I fled and came here. I see. That explains everything. Almost. I thought it was Farfarello who used to serve an Archfiend. Not you. Not you, who always ran at the first sign of trouble. You, who now speak as though you were Barbariccia's minion. There's only one explanation. He devoured Farfarello, didn't he? Indeed. That would account for his uncharacteristic behavior. So, is that the way of it? Did you devour Farfarello? And not just a portion of his ether, but his entire being? How did you know? It wasn't only your behavior that felt strange. You felt strange, as if there was more of you than more than you present. Now, I don't believe you would have lost control. More likely it was at Farfarello's behest. I can't hide anything from you. I admit it. Farfarello didn't leave. I ate him. He feared Barbariccia more than anything. Hated the endless fighting. So he begged me to devour him, that he would never have to fight again. Rather than an eternity of fighting, he chose a moment of pain. For all the good it did, I can still hear his voice in my head. He's frightened, so very frightened. When you're eaten, your essence is blended with that of your devourer, and though you have no control, your consciousness in part endures. Were this a world where the wheel of life and death still turned, the soul wouldn't linger so stubbornly. In time, it would return to the great flow. But there's no such end here, no escape. All know this. In making his choice, Farfarello must have been desperate indeed. And now that desperation has joined with Siriato's fear, driving him to act erratically. This place will become a battlefield. We don't want to be eaten, neither me nor Farfarello, but there's nowhere to go. Nowhere. Then tell me about Barbariccia. I would know who it is we face. It's too late. She's as good as here, and no one can escape her winds. No one.
Barbariccia! She has come!
She has come?
And she's brought her domain with her. The Archfiend's after you and yours, I shouldn't doubt. Perhaps you should go and find them. But be warned, whatever this is about, do not expect us to get involved.
You are involved, lady.
I can't bear it! Eating and being eaten!
Hey, Rexy.
Left in peace.
How's your day going?
You and me both.
Gone good, thanks. Yeah, mine's been good too, thank you. Mine's been good too.
One of the Archfiend's approaches.
They must have been tracking our movements.
She's here.
Here she comes. Comes. Garuda wannabe. Actually, I guess Garuda's the wannabe. Garuda's the Barbariccia wannabe.
Excellent. You've saved me the trouble of traveling to Troya.
So you're Barbariccia.
Yeah, Barbariccia's from FF4.
Mind your
Way
manners,
older than
mortal.
Garuda.
My name is not to be spoken, save in reverence and fear.
Barbariccia.
And what is this pitiful domain? Pitiful wretches all. I will put you out of your misery.
Ah. There's no need for that.
Alas, poor Scarmiglione, and good riddance. Felled by outsiders in pursuit of what? Pray tell?
A dragon. One who crossed to this world thousands of years ago. Know you aught of it?
A dragon, you say? Huh. My Lord Golbez is more clever than I realized. To let the prize live, that it might lure more prey to us. Very well. In gratitude and service, I shall devour every last mote of their souls.
Where is she? Where is Ashdaya?
Huh. You even share its scent. How curious. And irresistible.
If you think us easy prey, you're wrong.
Unlike Scarmiglione, I need not skulk in shadow to claim what is mine. If you would know about the dragon you seek, then enter into my domain.
Well, I'll enter into your domain.
You may flee instead if you wish, if the fate of the sorry lot here is of no concern to you. One way or another, I will have satisfaction.
She's got terrible wind.
What's the plan then?
Go after Barbariccia. What else?
Indeed. Yet she will have the upper hand in her domain. We must be no less than fully prepared.
We find her and get our answers. Will you be joining us, Zero?
You may be easily goaded into accepting her challenge, but my curiosity is not so insatiable as to cloud my judgment. Nevertheless, if you are desperate for my aid, you know my price.
Ether up.
I shall pay it. So long as you leave me strength enough to see my sister home, you may take as much as you wish. And lest you forget, mine is no ordinary ether. Barbariccia too recognized its potency.
Very well. We have a bargain.
She's come to bargain. The less time we give the enemy to prepare, the better. If everyone is ready, then let us set forth. Indeed, and yet my heart weighs heavy for those Barbariccia struck down. Were it not for us, she would not have come here. Should you require a moment, Zero? For what? Barbariccia took what she could. She was wise to strike quickly, as we would be. Agreed. This is no time for sentiment. Only the battle matters now. A word of warning. Barbariccia spoke as if she would give us answers if we were to defeat her. But even assuming she'll talk, which I doubt, I trust I needn't tell you how foolish it is to give an archfiend a second chance. Best to seal her away at the earliest opportunity. If you wish to peer into her past, the memorial will suffice. I can't try, but I make no guarantees. You do that, and if you fail, well, you'll just have to search elsewhere for answers. Rest assured, this won't be our last opportunity to learn about Ashdaya. If another archfiend were to fall, Galbers would surely be compelled to respond. We need only wait for our quarry to come to us. Indeed, if our struggles with Scarmiglione taught us aught, it is that we must hold nothing back when facing an archfiend. Let us heed Zero's advice and seal her away at the earliest opportunity. If we're all in agreement, then let us be off. We travel by Nisroch. I said I wanted the music.
You're not the only ones who can ride the wind. To us.
I see to Barbariccia.
Storm's Crown now accessible. Who is in? I'm summoning my soul counterparts. Who would like to join? Bam, 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 bam. Straight in. Immediate ping. Shadowbringers is your favorite, yeah. That's a popular opinion. I'm quite a fan. I think I prefer Endwalker. I think I've liked Endwalker more. Empress of the Winds, Barbariccia. Look at the DPS. Is it all Vipers? There's a lot of Vipers here. I see them. Come.
Give yourselves to my scouring winds that I may feast upon your essence. Such rich, exquisite meat. My head shimmers with anticipation.
Savage Barbary. What the hell? What is that? Whoa, I mean, she strikes quick. I'm in her. She's had me up. No, pull me back. God damn this move, what is it?
You feel it too, do you not?
So if you step outside the circle, it yunks you back. That's basically what it is, right? You gotta stay in the circle and dodge the AoEs. That's the mechanic. I've got it.
You've done well to last this long. But the battle has only just begun.
Oh, she's all wrapped up. Oh my goodness, what's happening to her? She's just got some thick thighs. What's happening?
I'll make it.
No need for that.
Don't underestimate me. Feel my fury.
Feel my fury.
Know your place.
Know your place. Less than 10%. Nearly got her.
I'll break your entry bones.
1%. Done. That was fun. Good fight.
I will not be denied.
That was fun. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for that. That was good.
There's still time. With more of the dragon's ether, I can yet. You're finished.
Oh. Oh.
Damn it all!
The other tank killed you? Oh no, how? Tank buster with balls requires all tanks to stack. Oh, I covered them. I did cover them. I just didn't stack them. I sent an email.
I see you've bested Barbariccia. Well done.
Her minions too are all crystallized or scattered. The day is ours.
What of my sister? Tell me you learned something about Ashdaya. So the Archfiend and her crystal yielded not.
Our efforts have not been entirely fruitless. We have deprived your sister's captor of another powerful champion. With Zero, we may yet challenge Golbez and his minions.
Indeed. We could not have come this far without your aid. Thank you, Zero.
Her is everywhere. It's
I
all
but
over the floor.
fulfilled my part of the bargain. And now I will have my...
Huh?
Her ether is nearly spent. Perhaps unsurprising given how much power she used.
Vasicra.
I wouldn't want to face another Archfiend without her. We should hurry back to Zero's domain.
Agreed. Eager though I am to continue, it would be unwise to risk our lives for the sake of haste. Let us suspend the mission and tend to Zero.
Yeah, that was a fun fight. It wasn't too difficult. Managed to get through everything without too much issue. So yeah, that was pretty good. Though Zero remains unconscious, she appears otherwise fine, insofar as I can discern at any rate. Being part void sent, her physiology may be rather different from ours. Let us observe her for a while as we discuss our next move. 5 Vuln stacks? Did I really? I didn't see that. One of your favorite trials? Yeah, it was good. It was fun. The AoE dance of her. Thank you for the GG, Tom. How long do you suppose she'll remain this way? Kane reference? Was that about, like, he has the power of the wind too, or something like that? Hey, Guy in a Hat Games, how's it going? The reason you like the new ones dropped today is because you can tell the devs had some fun with it. On the 5 chamber missed it. Oh, was it? I mean, it wasn't that long ago. You can rewind a little bit. Estinian says the same thing Kane does before start. Ah, right. Okay. It was so long ago since I played 4. It was like 2 years ago. It's a distant memory. I haven't the faintest inkling, nor can I say whether the ether we can afford to share will be enough to waken her. She's looking very pale. So it'd be best to take her back with us to the source. There, she would be guaranteed all she requires. Zero cannot give her consent, but it seems we have no choice. The alternative would be to leave her here defenseless. Should she later desire it, we can bring her home. James, might I ask you to hold on to Barbariccia's memoria? It may yet serve a purpose. Busy day, yeah. Oh, what happened to her? You have business with Zero. We have a newcomer, a former minion of Barbariccia. Let her know when she awakes, will you? If instead of Volnstacks, the boss has just murdered you for back-to-back failed mechanics. Barbariccia's minion. That happens in, there's a duty in Stormblood, right? There's a boss you fight in Stormblood where literally it's only mechanics. And if you fail it, you die. Why don't I go and find this newcomer? So we have something to tell Zero, if nothing else. Indeed. May I trouble you to join me, James? With luck, we might learn something of Golbez. That's how Dalriada works? Oh, great. Oh, well. We all know that that's going to go 1 hit, written warning, 2 hit, death. You're the ones who felled Barbariccia. I won't make trouble. I'll obey, so please let me stay. If you would obey, then tell me all you know of Golbez. There isn't much I can tell. Only the Archfiends are allowed into his domain, wherever it is. None but they know. I see. No better way to guard oneself than keeping one's location secret. How does Golbez communicate with his minions afield? He has these scepters, staves, whatever they are, he uses them to talk to those far away. Not unlike link pearls, at least in function. That will be all. My thanks for your cooperation. My thanks to you as well for affording me the time. I am satisfied, so let us rejoin the others and head home. I trust you understand that once we leave the 13th, we will not return until we are prepared to resume our search. Knowing this, are you ready to depart? Yes, I am ready. Don't forget her hat. Back to Troya then, and thence home. He walked with purpose.
You're all safe. Thank the sisters.
He walked out of there with purpose.
A moment while I close the gate.
We found a witch.
There. We may rest easy for now. Was there any trouble? I expect some void scent slipped through.
A few did, aye. But we were ready and dealt with them without incident.
That
What
is
class
well.
did you join as?
I cannot thank you enough for your vigilance.
Yes, you're grateful. But aren't you forgetting something more important? You know, the polite but warm formalities one delights in hearing when their little brother returns from a long journey.
Indeed, you are right. It is good to be home again, among those who I love dearly and missed so much.
I haven't been gone that long.
And we are glad to receive you, Vashan. Welcome home.
Chambers have been prepared for your use at Megaduta. Let us take Zero there at once.
I haven't been gone that long. So, where do the relics for Endwalker? Is it only the Mandeville stuff? So I just, in order to get to the relics for Endwalker, I've just got to do the Mandeville questline. Is that right? Because, like, I've got so much to do on that. Pretty much. Yeah, I've still got so much to do on Mandeville. Oh, it's there. I'm still on the level 50 ones. I've got so much to do still. I don't like them. I don't like them. They're too slapstick for me. They're too... It's like over-the-top slapstick, and it's like, okay, it has the odd funny moment, but most of the time it's just too much. Do you know what I mean? Master Lee, we've been expecting you. If you'd follow me, I will show you to the guest chambers. And that bloody music that it plays for the comedy music in 14, that dun dun... honestly, it's the same comedy music all the time. And it's like, okay, I get it. You think this is funny. I'm supposed to be laughing now. And it's like, I'm not. Felt too cheesy as well, yeah. It's worth it just for the trials. Yeah, that's the only thing that keeps me going. I should do those. If you used to break up more serious bits. Master Lee, we've been... Well, no, I'm not going to be able to do that. Okay, I'm going to have to just smash it all out in one big push. We've been expecting you. If you'd follow me, I will show you to the guest chambers. The expansion ones are shorter, oh, thank
Our
goodness.
mission took many an unexpected turn. I am relieved that we have all returned safely. But before you all enjoy the rest you have earned 12 times over, I would consult you on one last matter.
Zero.
While she appears none the worse for wear, she remains locked in slumber, and I cannot help but worry. Is there
Good night,
aught
Haley.
we can do to expedite her recovery? If her ether is exhausted, perhaps I can share some of mine now.
In the wastelands of the 13th, one can only replenish ether by taking it from others, be it by trade or by force. In contrast, the source is rich in ambient ether. Simply being here and drawing breath, Zero will absorb what she needs.
Then we need but wait?
I believe so. She will awaken in time, and when she does, give her something to eat. Judging by her form, she should also be able to derive nourishment from food. I know you promised her your ether, but perhaps she might appreciate fine harnished cuisine more.
Food can certainly be arranged.
She looks like any other person. Unsurprising, perhaps, given that she is only part void sent.
She's very pale. She needs a sandwich. Some sunshine.
Zero said before that Xenos had altered her essence. A change wrought, I suspect, with the power of darkness. It acted upon the part of her that is void sent, rendering it dominant. Thus, we were able to reverse it with the power of light.
She needs milk. Food fixes all.
I labor to believe that Xenos possessed such arcane knowledge. In all likelihood, it came from Fandaniel.
That's right, guy in a hat.
Were Zero wholly void sent, I doubt the crystal would have had an effect on her. One might say that Hydaelyn had a hand in your meeting.
Handling, am I right? I'm right.
Tis no exaggeration to say that Zero has proven herself invaluable. A boon from Hydaelyn herself. Her cooperation may come at a price, but whatever it is, I am willing to pay it. Exhausting though it may be at times.
Going outside though, imagine that. Let's take that one. Okay, I'm gonna make another cup of tea. I'm feeling a bit tired. I need a bit more caffeine. So let's take a quick break. I'll run some ads just to get story mode, get them out the way. But yeah, let's take a quick break. Probably only about 3 or 4 minutes. So I'm gonna go make a cup of tea. Maybe that should be all I need to do. Grab a cup of tea, get back, and just get some more energy in me so that we can crack through some more. So stand by. I'll be right back with you. So we had a little break. That was kind of nice to step away for a bit there and get a break. I need more caffeine. I'm feeling tired today. I think it's because I stayed up so late last night. I finished stream at about 2:30 in the morning, but I didn't actually go to bed until like 3:30. So yeah. Never want to remain idle. Each chola would tend to an errand. If I may excuse myself, I wish to pay a visit to the High Crucible. While the scales functioned admirably, it would be prudent to have them inspected for signs of degradation. By all means, I shall do the same for this vessel. Then I'll go and meet with the soldiers, share with them what I've learned fighting Voidsent in the 13th. What have you, my friend? Have you any immediate plans? I might go and tend to my island. Truly, had I known you had such interest, I might have entrusted you with the development of our nearby isles to attract visitors. At any rate, should you be in no hurry, might I trouble you with a small task first? I wish to have food ready for Zero when she awakens, you see. Would you be willing to go to Merid's Mayhain and ask for suitable refreshments? Do you not have people? Do you not have staff? Excellent. In the meantime, Nadana shall watch over Zero. She's already en route. Let us each then tend to our respective businesses and reconvene anon. So I say to you, yo, can I, you know, you're off doing your stuff. I feel like I'm just going to go chill on my island for a bit. And you're like, actually, no, could you go get this lady a sandwich? Could you get someone a sandwich? There's like 300 staff who work here, but could you get the sandwich? You, Mr. Warrior of Light, could you go get the sandwich? Like, dude, really? I'm the goddamn Warrior of Light. Why pay someone then to suck it? He'll do it for free. I own a private island, but yes, I will make a packed lunch. What a joke. Welcome to Merid's Mayhain. Please make yourself comfortable. Giz a sandwich. What? I guess that the satrap has collapsed from hunger. Of course I'd be happy to help. You need only tell me what you desire. A modest quantity of a living mortal's ether should suffice. I'm afraid we don't serve that particular delicacy. If I may, I would recommend something gentle on the stomach, like these apples here. They've just come in and I can guarantee their freshness. Afterwards, once your guest feels better, she's welcome to sample whatever else we can provide. Just let me know. I've got some apples. I'll go in there and I'll say, how about these apples? Tataru owns it and is, as you working it for free. What is this glam now? What is this? The best gown ever, of course. And is this the Pope's hat? Partisan's crown, yeah. Yeah, this makes sense. Do not address me as such, peasant. Get out of my place, Merid. Yeah, it does ideally need to be 1080p gags, yeah. Yeah. It does ideally. I don't have any apples for the cat. You got this along with your crown? You've only just got the crown. All right, let's give them these apples. Oh, the crown by your name. Oh, I thought you meant the crown on your head. I thought you meant the crown on your head. Wait, is that the full mentor crown? You're not even a crafting mentor anymore. You're a mentor. Level up and cheese it, noted.
Light. Is this an inn? What happened? How did I get here?
How did I get here? That's just the way it is.
There's no time. I must rejoin the battle. I must...
Oh, you're awake! Wonderful!
Uh-oh. Don't kill her. Oh my god!
What is this? Some sort of fiend? A fiend? Where is it? Where?
But this is no time for jokes. You're in the source, my dear. The world next door, so to speak. The others brought you here after you collapsed. I'll fetch them at once. Wait, just a moment.
Imagine though if you woke up and there was a talking elephant right in your face. I mean, that's a reasonable reaction, right? You'd be like, what the... You were brought up watching Barbar. You think you'd do okay? Oh my god, Barbar. I forgot all about that show. How about dem apples?
I took the liberty of arranging refreshments. I hope you find them as flavorful as they are invigorating.
This isn't what you promised. I suppose ether is ether.
That's not how you're meant to eat an apple.
Wait. Don't tell me you don't know how to eat?
I took what I needed from it. What's the problem?
Where's the enjoyment in that? You're supposed to bite, to chew, to savor, and then swallow.
Imagine being taught how to eat by an elephant.
That's the way. So,
Look
did
at
it
her.
taste good?
I don't know.
She's got no frame of reference for it.
The long years without eating may have dulled your sense of taste.
Well, we void scent have no need for such when consuming others. There are some who speak of taste when describing the quality and affinity of their prey's ether. But I loathe the act. Taking ether in small amounts like this is one thing, but diluting my essence, diminishing myself, I'd sooner die. And I have died, countless times.
You have? But what happens when you do?
Not much. After a while, you return, together with all your expended life force. The important thing is to die where others won't devour you.
Amazing! My peers who study immortality and resurrection would be most interested in this phenomenon.
The question of taste aside, I am glad that you are able to partake of food like us. I dare say it agrees with your personal preferences.
That's true. You can keep giving me the same on a regular basis.
Very well.
It's the
As my
instant
guest,
face.
I shall see that you do not want for comfort. And one other thing. We brought you to our world without your consent.
Wait, why is he in his child
And for
body
that,
again?
I apologize. If you wish it, we will return you to yours once you have regained your strength.
Why is he back in his child body? I thought he grew up.
It's fine. I have no reason to go back. Except for yours, perhaps. You intend to cross over again, I take it.
I do. I have yet to find my sister.
Oh, of course it is, Darth. Of course it is.
I want nothing more than to rush to her aid, to find this Golbez and free her from his clutches, if he still holds her captive.
Though if our recent experience has taught us anything, 'tis that the 13th is more dangerous than we ever imagined. Caution must be our watchword.
Our safe word? Yes. Understood.
Better late than never. In the short time you spent in our world, you left a trail of chaos in your wake. You managed to return in one piece this time. But don't assume you'll be so lucky the next.
Rest assured, we will make no assumptions and spare no preparation. Speaking of which, while we rest and ready ourselves, I ask that you tell me more about your home. In return, I will tell you about ours. I will show you my domain, Radzet Han.
Again, a stranger in this strange land.
After 15, Darth. I was recommended to... I mean, it was unlocked for the marathon after FF1.
I have a condition. You must come too.
I bought it 2 years ago and I still haven't played it.
You have my thanks.
Was it last year? Still haven't touched it. The annoying thing is, I bought it for a lot more than I could buy it for now. Had I known I wasn't going to play it for like over 2 years, so I wouldn't have bothered. In another 2 years' time. Yeah, I need to get 15 done and then I'll play Stranger's Paradise. This world is brimming with ether. I feel invigorated just standing here in the breeze. Glad am I to hear that. So is there any place in particular you wish to see? Perhaps where that food came from? Apple, was it? While I don't expect I'll collapse again, it would be good to know where I can procure more if necessary. Merid's Mayhain it is then. I shall introduce you to the head waitress, Milil. Let's walk there. Do that as well. Just add to wishlist instead. Yeah. Well, I bought it for PS5. That was the thing. Or PS4. I think it's on PS4. I got it. You got 13.2, Lightning Retires, Type 0 to go. Yeah, I do. I have all of those. So, yeah, it's going to be some time. And a baby on the way. So, 15, not that great. I've still got to do it, though. It's part of the marathon, so it's still got to be done. I've never played it. 15 can be fairly big if you do all the things. Me do all the things? Yeah, that sounds like me. It's a tenner in CEX now. Yeah, the baby coming is going to slow things down a bit. Not really sure how yet. But at some point we're going to have to come up with a plan for it. 60p in a rubber band. I've got like 4 copies of 15 because they release so many special editions. I've got like 3 steelbook versions of the damn game. It's like how many special versions of a game do you need? I got them all from CEX for like £2. It was like ridiculously cheap. Tell you what, while I'm running past here, I'm gonna do my retainers. 0, behold, this is how retainers work. They are pretty dense. Look at her just warped here after all that. We could attempt to introduce Zero to Merid herself, but Miliel is more likely to be available. This is the place. The air is different here, and I speak not of the heat. There's a texture to it, a fullness, unlike that of elsewhere. You smell the cooking, I believe. Harnish cuisine is quite fragrant and delicious. I hope you will agree. Miliel. There's a chicken talking to Miliel. Okay. Welcome to Merid's Mayhain. Greetings, Miliel. May I introduce you to Zero? She's an esteemed guest and I ask that you see to her meals during her stay. Ah yes, Merid has told me all. Please come to us when you're hungry. We'll look after you. 'Twas here that James obtained the apple. While the palace cooks can prepare whatever you desire, it is certainly a quick and convenient food. I'll remember it. Who are the ones there moving their bodies about? Is it for some ritual related to eating? The dancers. They move their bodies to bring pleasure to those who are watching. It is a form of entertainment, part of our culture. How needlessly complicated. We Voidsem prefer simpler pleasures. That may be the way of it now, but your world too must have had such complicated diversions once. I don't remember. Well, let's move on. I propose we visit Balsahan Bazaar, where goods the world over may be found. I'm doing yet another tour of Radzat-Han. I didn't get one of these tours when I turned up here. I just had to go figure it out myself. After years of too many tails, I've been killing the special behemoth the whole time you've been streaming, and only one purple tail so far. I never did any of the just after wields in after years in general is stretched too thin. What are all these things for? What do you do here? This is a marketplace where people buy and sell goods. Since its earliest days, Radzat-Han has served as a trading hub, and here you'll find not only local products, but wares from distant lands. I should mention that the vendors generally only accept payment in coin or tomestones. If there's all else you desire, I shall take care of it. So that's what tomestones are for. Voidsent returned with them on occasion, but I never knew their purpose. They struck me as useless trinkets, and I couldn't understand your obsession with them. On that subject, there appear to be no shops in the 13th. Do you never make bargains in which possessions are exchanged? We do, but rarely. We strike bargains when we want something done. If we desire an object, we kill whoever has it. I see. Your bargains may be likened to employment, I believe. I shall bear this in mind. With that, let us continue on. I propose we head to the High Crucible of Alchemia. Should have done my Moogle. I've got a Moogle mail that I've had here for a little while. I've not opened it yet. And I just ran past the person I'm supposed to talk to. Why, Master Vitra? How may we serve you this morning? If you're here for your vessel, I'm afraid we're still tending to it. No, there is no rush. Pray take as much time as you require, and know that I have complete faith in your work. The High Crucible is home to the finest alchemists. They're the ones who created my bodies and can provide you with healing as well. Now think on it. You weren't at all surprised when I changed forms. Were you aware of my nature from the start? That I was a soul occupying a vessel not my own? It's hardly uncommon in our world. When given the chance, many shed their bodies to claim stronger ones. Oh, you must be the rumoured guest. We've been most eager to meet you. If you have a moment, would you care to stay for some tea? The sisters know we'd love to hear your tales. No, I've had enough food for now, and you can always obtain more without the need for inane chatter. Now, no need to decline outright. I dare say you are tired, so let us save it for another time and return to Megaduta. If aught catches your eye en route, do not hesitate to say so. Nothing will catch your eye en route. Why is Laketa stalking you? Just ask Laketa things. Just Laketa things. A canopy bed and Levelia estate flooring. Nice. I'll save them there for now. I'll grab them later. Thank you, Lakata. Now I can make her feel right at home. No, I haven't done the jump puzzle in Rads yet. Not yet. Some sort of fruit? Pitiful things, though. I imagine you need to eat a lot to derive any satisfaction. These are mulberry trees. While the fruits are indeed edible, more important are the leaves, which we feed to silkworms. Without the creatures, we wouldn't have the silk to make our famous Thafneran weave. I've done the Kugane one, yeah. Furthermore, the bark of the tree also possesses medicinal properties. You'd be hard-pressed to find a more useful plant. Is that so? Aside from food, I wouldn't have considered any other purpose for it. Master Vitra, and James too. If it isn't young Merard, and that must be your sister, Yashra. Is all well at the orphanage? Yes, Your Excellency. The other children are very nice, and we all look out for one another. Oh, just the other day, Estinian came to see us. Everyone was really excited. Truly, Estinian paid you a visit. That as well. Is she a new friend? Friend? You know what that is? What? You mean you don't? She's a visitor from a faraway land, you see, and is still unfamiliar with our language. Then we'll teach you. A friend is someone you like to play with. Play with? And would you like to play with me, Zero? Xenos seems to be enjoying himself when he fought you. Is that the same thing? No, that's not the same thing. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I'm no closer to understanding it. Why he traversed the great expanse, why he risked life and limb for you. But I waste energy dwelling on such things. I am not Xenos. I stand to gain nothing by knowing his heart. I'm sorry I couldn't explain it well. There's no need to apologize. The fault is not yours but mine for failing to make sense of your words. Well, we had better get back to our errand. Goodbye. It was nice meeting you. That's a very enthusiastic wave. There's a sightseeing log right here. Oh, through Xenos, I thought I understood the ways of your world, but the more I learn of it, the more I realize how little I actually know. It's all so strange, your behavior and your reasons. I find myself baffled at every turn. But the feeling is not unwelcome. I'm learning, bit by bit. It was the right decision to join you. Alright. Where's this jump puzzle? Let's take a look. A gent smile plays on Varsha Han's lips. I think I'm going to do this quest. We'll get to the green tick, and then that's where we'll probably finish up. This will probably be the last quest we do. I believe Zero's time here has been rewarding, and it was in no small part due to your company. My thanks for agreeing to join us. Come, let us let us return to Megaduta. It's nice to walk around. I'm just seeing how far through we are. Oh, this is the last quest. This is the last quest of this patch. So actually, this finishes 6.2. Means this is a perfect place to finish. We'll finish this quest and then we're on 6.3 tomorrow. Welcome back, Master Lee. Will you be heading to the guest chambers? Yes, I will. You landed on that post at the bottom I did first time and nearly cried. Doing these quests on patch day like it was yesterday.
So, what are your impressions of Radzatan?
There's a lot of mortals.
Considering your origin, I can see why that might be your first observation. Though they would call each other people, I think. If you wish to know about our fair city, I should be glad to place a guide at your disposal.
No need. I'll show myself around.
Same here,
There's
guy.
only so much about my home I can share with you in return, after all. While I remember some few tales
Oh, I'm sorry,
of the
patches
past,
I would be.
I cannot speak to their authenticity. But if that is enough, then I will tell you of the events that saw darkness engulf our world. The Contra Memoria.
Tell us about how Emmett Selk was messing things up again.
We are all ears. Please.
Some of us are more ears than others.
Long ago, light filled the world and all was at peace. But then the servants of darkness came, and they bequeathed a black art unto men.
Imperial Pikachu.
Channeling the power of hope and prayer, one could call forth fearsome beings known as Eidolons.
Primals.
The Asians. And these Eidolons are surely primals.
Then you have faced the same, and understand that when an Eidolon is birthed, strife follows. And in such strife, the weak are the first to suffer.
Look at the size of that trifle going on there. Or tart, or wherever it is.
When it seemed the world would be plunged into chaos, heroes appeared. They who were blessed with a singular power. The power to bind the ether of Eidolons within crystals known as Memoria. My mother was one such Memoriate. But in fighting to save many, she herself was touched by darkness. As was I.
And so you were born part Void Sent, before the world was overcome.
How exactly did that calamity come to pass? Did the Memoriates not triumph?
They did. They expunged the seeds of chaos and restored the peace, only to find themselves seduced by the darkness they had sealed. They spread the taint, transforming men into monsters, what you call Void Sent, and raised armies to wage new wars.
Not the first to be corrupted by power, nor the last.
Some defied temptation and held fast to the light. My mother and I among them. For years and years we fought, but it was not enough. And when our strength was spent, our bulwarks broken, so too was the world.
Really, with the flashes?
The flood of darkness.
I wish I had a flood of darkness rather than a bloody halogen light to the face every time it changes
The stars
scene.
faded from the heavens as a pall black as pitch enveloped creation. Darkness raged unchecked, rending the very walls of reality.
They want to fix the 13th. Go play some of these cutscenes over there.
And they're trapped
All the
for
light
what
you
felt
want.
like an eternity. Until I came
Eso
upon a
Deo.
crack. Tiny, infinitesimal, but enough for me to squeeze through. And find my world changed beyond recognition, into the lightless waste you saw.
So that is how you were able to escape becoming a Void Sent in full.
I suppose I should consider myself fortunate. Were I like most others, I wouldn't have lasted a day before being devoured. We, the lost, are better equipped to survive in a lost world.
A lost world, you say? I wouldn't be so sure. The 13th is still there, is it not?
What are you getting at?
To explain requires that we initiate you into the truth of the source and its reflections. Be warned that this will take a while.
So this Skyrim itself, right? He likes to smack planets together, call them calamities, and then there's all this elemental stuff that goes on. And every time he does that, he's like rejoining souls, and we just turning shards into source and all that sort of stuff. And it's crazy. I know. Pull that face some more. Anyway, we were like, hey, Emmett, you can't be doing that. We went to the first, we stopped him doing that, and that was fine. But then we came back here and it was all gone crazy and stuff. And then we went to the moon and we fought Zodiac, and okay, that was it.
Unlike the worlds that have been rejoined, mine still...
The Oracle of Light prevented the first from being completely overcome. So the situation may not be completely identical to that of your 13th. But the fact remains that we were able to restore a measure of balance to a world brought to the brink of destruction. After which, some intrepid young souls succeeded in restoring life back to lands thought lost to light. Which gives me cause to hope the day may yet come when life springs forth anew in the 13th. Of course, these are only possibilities. I offer no guarantees. But having experienced what we have, I dare say we are more qualified than most to speak on the matter.
Wait, I don't understand. Why would you say these things? As if you mean to. But the sole reason you came to the Void was...
To find a dragon, aye. And in light of what we've seen, we'd be fools to strive for more. But we Scions, former Scions, begging your pardon, have a habit of not leaving well enough alone. And old habits die hard, don't they, my friend?
It's a new redeem, Sodeo.
Restoring the light would serve our efforts to find and free Ashdaya. There is no reason not to try.
Do as you will. I have no desire to save that world.
Be that as it may, we will have need of your power when next we face Void Scent.
You know how it works. If you want my help, you must pay my price.
All right, yo, Jimbo. Chill out.
And now that you've drawn Golbez's attention, it's going to cost you more. A lot more. I will consider this a deposit.
She loves apples. Partial to a pink lady myself. Though our time in the Void was short, we managed to ascertain that my sister yet lives, and it cannot be overstated how fortunate we are to have met Zero. But the greater blessing is nevertheless you, my friend, for your encouragement to embark upon my search anew, and your help in overcoming the challenges thus far. What? Golbez and his minions will seek to stymie our efforts. Of this we can be sure. But with you all at my side, I have confidence that we will succeed, that we will find and liberate my sister, and that we shall return home together. Cutscene. Meanwhile, elsewhere. Golbe, Golbe. You gonna send Cagnazzo after us now?
First Scarmiglione, and now Barbariccia. Useless, the both of them.
It was no lie. They conspire with a memorial.
And their search for the dragon will lead them here. The war looms nigh. We cannot allow these interlopers to interfere.
If I may, my lord, I have a plan to eliminate them.
Ruby Conte.
In order to guarantee its success, however, I will require Cagnazzo's cooperation. Now there's sport to be had, then I'll play along. As much as I dislike following your lead, I have no patience for screaming.
Well and good to have confidence. But do not forget the cost. of failure.
Rest assured, I will see the dream to fruition. Even should I be consumed by my own flames, I will pave the way for one and all.
He's going to throw Cagnazzo into the bus.
Your oath and your plan.
We will give you cause to rejoice, my lord. This I vow. Aha! Some excitement for a challenge.
They're all just on a Zoom call. Cagnazzo has hung up from the Zoom call. So has Rubicante.
No sacrifice is too great. Even should my 4 archfiends be lost, I will not halt my steps. The prison of passivity is an obstacle to my cause.
Who's that?
And so, you must fall.
Who's that in the robe?
What irony that the blessed damned should set us free.
Oh.
As I swore so long ago. The gate lies open. At long last, my ambition shall be fulfilled!
His voice sounds familiar to me as well. Okay, that is the end of that patch. That is 5.2 done. That is 5.2 done. Which minion were you talking about, Laketta? Oh, Cagnazzo. He's a little toe. Ah, turtles. Turtles. Yeah, that's where we'll finish up for today, I think. Finish up on a high. This seems a logical place. This seems a logical place to do it. Where are we? Oh, we're in Ultima Thule. We're in Ultima Thule. We're chilling out here today. Will my credits work here? Yes, they will. Look at that. I didn't even know. Let's say thanks to some people who've supported the stream today. Here we sit in the wastelands of Ultima Thule. New followers today from... Oh, it's mixed up yesterday's again as well. It was Janus Uwu and Peru Celine. Thank you for the follows. Timoted, was Timoted today as well? Thank you for the follows nonetheless. Thank you for the bits today. Farmer Chuckles, Rinvello. Resubs. I don't think we had resubs today, but thank you for yesterday's resubs. We had a raid today from Andy and from Reyes. So thank you for the raids. Mods, thanks for modding. Vips, thanks for vipping. And chatters, thank you for chatting. As always, we are still in Ultima Thule. Nice try. Why does that keep moving up here? I don't know what it is that keeps doing that. There we go. I fixed it. Right then. Where are we going to go? Where are we going to go? Thanks everyone for hanging out today. Tomorrow we'll be doing patch 5.3. Friday would... I might spend some time this week seeing if I can get the raid series unlocked, and maybe on Friday we'll start some of that, get some of the raids done. Although I think we said we were also going to try Silky again, didn't we? But I'm kind of also keen to get the raids done, so I'm not sure. I'll put it on Discord. We'll figure it out on Discord. We'll figure it out on Discord. Let's some point soon. Let's see. Just having a little look who's online right now.